Hello, and welcome back to Talk About It in English. I am Sarah.
And I am Mark.
We are so happy to have you here with us today. If you are new to the channel, this is the place where we don't just learn grammar rules, we learn how to actually use them in your real life.
That is right. We want to help you speak, not just study. And today, Sarah, we have a very special topic. It is something that happens to almost every English learner every single week.
It happens 52 times a year, Mark. It is the Monday morning panic.
Oh, I know exactly what you are talking about. It is that moment when you walk into work or you walk into your classroom and someone looks at you and asks the most famous question in the English language.
They ask, "So, how was your weekend?"
And then, silence.
Or even worse than silence, Mark, the one-word killer, the word good.
Good. Just good. I have heard so many students do this. I ask them, "How was your weekend?" and they look terrified. They say good, and then they look at their shoes.
And the conversation dies right there. It is a terrible feeling. You know you did things. You know you had a life on Saturday and Sunday. But when you try to translate it into English, your mind goes blank. You just want to be safe, so you say good, or fine, or it was okay.
But the problem is that when you just say good, you are telling the other person, "Please stop talking to me. I am boring."
Exactly. It pushes people away. But we want to pull people in. We want to connect. So today, in this episode, we are going to fix this problem forever. We are going to teach you a simple system so you never have to be scared of Monday mornings again.
I love simple systems. What is the plan?
It is called the 1+1 formula.
1 plus 1. That sounds like math, Sarah. I thought this was an English lesson.
It is easy math, Mark. It stands for one activity plus one detail. If you use this formula, you will always have a perfect natural answer. And we are also going to practice the grammar you need, specifically the past tense, so you don't sound like a robot.
That sounds perfect. A lot of learners get stuck on the past tense verbs. They say things like, "I go to the park yesterday."
We are going to fix that today, too. So if you want to finally feel confident when you talk about your life, make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss our next topic. But for now, let us start with the 1+1 formula. Mark, can you be our student for a moment?
I would love to be the student. I am ready.
Okay, imagine it is Monday morning. I am your colleague. I have my coffee. I walk up to your desk. "Hey, Mark, how was your weekend?"
It was good.
Cut. Stop. Mark, that was terrible.
I know. I panicked. I didn't know what else to say.
This is why we need the formula. The rule is you cannot just say an adjective. You cannot just say good or fine. You must give me one activity. What is one thing you actually did?
Well, I went to the park.
Okay, that is step one. That is the activity. I went to the park. But that is still a little bit short. It doesn't give me much information. So now we need step two, one detail. Tell me something about the park. Was it crowded? Was it sunny? Did you see a dog?
It was really sunny.
Perfect. Now put them together. The activity plus the detail.
I went to the park. It was really sunny.
Do you hear the difference? That sounds like a real conversation. It invites me to say something back. I can say, "Oh, that sounds lovely. I love sunny days."
I see what you mean. The detail gives the other person something to catch. It is like throwing them a ball. If I just say good, I am not throwing the ball. I am dropping it on the floor.
Exactly. You are dropping the ball. Let's try another one. Mark, imagine you watched a movie on Saturday.
Okay, I watched a movie.
That is the activity. Now give me one detail. How was the movie?
It was actually pretty boring.
Great. Now put them together using the 1+1 formula.
I watched a movie, but it was actually pretty boring.
Excellent. And notice how Mark used the word but to connect them. I watched a movie, but it was boring. That is a very natural sentence pattern.
It feels much better than just saying it was okay. It feels like I'm telling a mini story.
That is the secret, Mark. You are a storyteller. You don't need a long story. You just need two sentences. One activity, one detail. I think the hardest part for our listeners is usually the verb in the activity part. You know, getting the grammar right for the past tense. You are absolutely right. This is where most people freeze. They are afraid of making a grammar mistake, so they say nothing. So let's take a few minutes to build some strong past tense muscles.
Muscles for our mouths. I like that.
In English, when we talk about the weekend, we are almost always using the past simple tense. And there are two types of verbs we need to watch out for, the irregular ones and the regular ones.
The irregular ones are the tricky ones, right? Go becomes went, see becomes saw.
Yes, and these are the most common verbs for the weekend. So listeners, I want you to repeat after me. We are going to practice the 3 most important irregular verbs for your weekend. Are you ready?
I am ready.
The first one is go. In the past, it is went. Listen and repeat. I went.
I went.
I went to the shops.
I went to the shops.
I went out for dinner.
I went out for dinner.
Good. Never say I go to the shops yesterday. It is always went. The next big one is see. In the past, it is saw. Listen and repeat. I saw.
I saw.
I saw a movie.
I saw a movie.
I saw some friends.
I saw some friends.
Excellent. And the third big one is have. In the past, it is had. Listen and repeat. I had.
I had.
I had a great time.
I had a great time.
I had a busy weekend.
I had a busy weekend.
Perfect. Went, saw, had. If you just mastered those 3 verbs, you can talk about 80% of your weekends.
That is true. But Sarah, what about the regular verbs, the ones that end in ed? I think those are actually harder for pronunciation.
They are harder, Mark. You are right. This is a very specific pain point for our listeners. Many students see the letters ed and they want to say ed. They say, I walk-ed, I play-ed, I cook-ed.
It sounds very robotic. It doesn't sound natural.
No, it creates an extra syllable that shouldn't be there, and it makes you sound like a beginner. If you want to sound confident, you need to fix this ending.
So how do we fix it?
For most weekend activities, the E is silent. We don't pronounce the E. We just smash the D onto the end of the word. Or sometimes it sounds like a T. Let's practice the T sound first. Think of the word watch.
Watch, like I watch TV.
In the past, we add ed, but we pronounce it like a T. Watched. Listen to the end sound. Ch, t, watched.
Watched.
Listeners, try that. Don't say watch-id, say watched. Imagine there is no E, just a T at the end. Watched.
Watched. That sounds much smoother.
Let's try another common one. Cook. I cooked dinner. Not cook-id, cooked.
Cooked.
I cooked dinner.
I cooked dinner.
Good. Now let's look at the D sound. This is for words like play. You don't say play-id, you say played. Just a soft D, played.
Played.
I played football.
I played football.
Or the word stay. I stayed home. Not stay-id, stayed.
Stayed.
I stayed home.
I stayed home.
Excellent. There is only one time you pronounce the ed as a separate syllable mark. Do you know when that is?
Is it when the word already ends in a T or a D?
That is exactly right. If the verb ends in T or D, you need the extra syllable, like the word visit. Visit ends in T, so in the past we say visited, visited.
Visited.
I visited my parents.
I visited my parents.
That is the only time you hear the extra syllable. For almost everything else, cut it out. Keep it short. Watched, played, walked.
This is such a great tip. If you can control that ed ending, your accent immediately sounds much better.
It really does. It flows. Okay, so we have the 1 + 1 formula. We have our activity and our detail. And we have our pronunciation. Now let's look at some real-life scenarios. Because not every weekend is exciting, right?
Oh, definitely not. Sometimes my weekend is very boring. And honestly, Sarah, that is when I have the most trouble answering the question. If I went to Paris, it is easy to say I went to Paris. But if I just sat on my sofa for 2 days, I feel embarrassed. I don't want to tell people that.
You shouldn't be embarrassed, Mark. A lazy weekend is a beautiful thing. We just need the right English to make it sound intentional. We want to make it sound like a choice, not a failure.
Okay, so how do I make my lazy weekend sound good using the formula?
Let's say you did nothing. You just slept and watched TV. Step 1, the activity. Instead of saying I did nothing, you can say I just relaxed.
I just relaxed. That sounds nice. It sounds peaceful.
Or you can say I caught up on some sleep.
Caught up on some sleep. That is a great phrase. It implies I was working hard all week, so I needed the rest.
Exactly. It makes you sound like a hard worker. So let's try the formula.
Activity, I caught up on sleep. Now we need a detail. How did it feel?
It felt amazing. I needed it.
Perfect. Put it together.
I caught up on some sleep. I really needed it.
See? That is a great answer. If you say that to me on Monday morning, I will say, oh, I am jealous. I wish I did that. You turned a boring weekend into a success.
That is really helpful. What about if I just stayed home and watched Netflix?
Let's use the verb binge, to binge watch. That means to watch many episodes in a row.
Oh, I do that often.
So step 1, activity. I binged a new series on Netflix. Step 2, detail. It was addictive. Or I couldn't stop watching.
I binged a new series on Netflix. I couldn't stop watching.
Listeners, I want you to shadow that one. It is a very natural sentence. Listen and repeat. I binged a new series.
I binged a new series.
I couldn't stop watching.
I couldn't stop watching.
Great. So now you have a script for the lazy weekend. But Mark, what about the opposite? What about the busy weekend?
The busy weekend. This is when you have so many things to do. Cleaning, shopping, fixing the car. It is not fun, but it is busy.
For the busy weekend, the 1+1 formula works perfectly. But here is a tip. Focus on the feeling of being productive.
Productive. Getting things done.
Yes. So step 1, activity. I ran a lot of errands.
Errands. That is a good word for our listeners. Can you explain errands?
Errands are the small jobs you have to do outside the house. Going to the post office, going to the grocery store, dropping off dry cleaning. These are errands. So you say, I ran some errands.
Note that verb, listeners. Ran. I ran some errands. Not I walked errands. I ran errands.
Correct. So step 1, I ran some errands. Step 2, detail. It was exhausting. Or, it was good to get them done.
Let's try that. I ran some errands. It was good to get them done.
That is a very mature, professional answer. It shows you are responsible.
I like that. What if I went shopping, like grocery shopping?
You can say, I did the grocery shopping. And for the detail, talk about the store. It was so crowded.
I did the grocery shopping. It was so crowded.
I feel your pain, Mark. I hate crowded grocery stores.
Me too. But you see, now we are having a conversation. I said my sentence and you reacted.
That is exactly what we want. The formula opens the door. It stops the silence. Now, Mark, there is one more scenario we should practice. The social weekend.
The social weekend. This is when you meet friends or family.
Yes, this is a happy weekend. So let's use the formula. Step 1, activity. I met up with some friends. Note the phrasal verb met up with.
I met up with some friends.
Step 2, detail. We went to that new Italian place. Or, we haven't seen each other in ages.
I met up with some friends. We haven't seen each other in ages.
That is a beautiful sentence. Listeners, try that one. We haven't seen each other in ages.
We haven't seen each other in ages.
It means it has been a long time. It adds emotion to your story.
Sarah, I have a question. Sometimes I start my story, but then I get stuck. I forget a word or I lose my grammar. What should I do then?
That is a great question. If you get stuck, keep it simple. Go back to the feeling. Just tell me how you felt. It was fun. It was tiring. It was delicious. You don't need complex grammar to express a feeling.
So emotion is a good backup plan.
Emotion is the best backup plan. People connect with emotions more than facts. If you forget the word for the specific restaurant you went to, just say, we went out for dinner. It was delicious. That is enough.
I love that. It takes the pressure off.
Absolutely. Now, before we finish, there is one magic trick that will make you the most popular person in the office.
A magic trick? I want to hear this.
The magic trick is the boomerang.
The boomerang. You throw it and it comes back?
Yes. After you answer the question using the 1+1 formula, you must throw the question back to the other person. You simply say, how about you? Or, what about your weekend?
It seems so simple, but so many learners forget this. They answer the question and then they stop, and then the silence comes back.
Yes, the conversation is like a tennis match. I hit the ball to you, you hit the ball back. If you catch the ball and hold it, the game is over. So you must always say, and you, how is yours?
So let's role play the whole thing, the full interaction.
Okay, I will start. Hey Mark, good morning. How was your weekend?
Hey, Sarah. It was great, thanks. I went to the beach with my family. The water was surprisingly warm. How about you? How was your weekend?
Oh, sounds lovely. Mine was pretty quiet. I just stayed home and read a book. It was very relaxing. Thanks for asking.
That sounded so natural, and it was easy.
It was easy because we had the structure. Mark used the formula. Activity, went to the beach. Detail, water was warm. Then he used the boomerang. How about you?
And you used the formula too. Activity, stayed home. Detail, it was relaxing.
Listeners, this is all you need. You don't need thousands of words. You just need this structure.
So what is the next step for our listeners? How can they practice this?
I have a challenge for everyone listening. We call it the Sunday night prep.
The Sunday night prep. Tell us about it.
Usually, we wait until Monday morning to think about our answer, and that is why we panic. Our brain is still asleep, we haven't had enough coffee, and suddenly we have to speak English. It is too hard.
So we should prepare before Monday.
Yes, on Sunday night, while you are brushing your teeth, or while you are getting your bag ready for work, ask yourself the question, what did I do this weekend?
And then find your 1+1.
Find your one activity and your one detail. Say it out loud to yourself in the mirror. Check your past tense verb. Is it I went? Is it I saw? Is it I played with a soft D?
I played.
Say the sentence 3 times. Get it into your mouth muscle memory.
So when Monday comes,
When Monday comes, you don't have to think. You just press play. The sentence is already there waiting for you.
that gives you so much confidence. You walk into work knowing you have the answer in your pocket.
Exactly. It changes your whole attitude. Instead of hiding in the corner, you can smile and say, "Good morning. I had a great weekend."
I am definitely going to do this next Sunday.
I hope you do, Mark, and I hope all of you listening do it too. Remember, language is a habit. Small habits like this change everything.
We have covered a lot today. The 1+1 formula, the pronunciation of ED endings, the lazy weekend, the busy weekend, and the boomerang.
We have. And if you found this helpful, please hit the like button. It helps us know that you want more practical topics like this.
And if you are feeling brave, tell us about your weekend in the comments right now. Use the formula, 1 activity, 1 detail. We would love to read them.
Yes, practice in the comments. We read every single one. Thank you so much for listening to Talk About It in English. Don't let Monday scare you. You have the tools now.
Go out there and tell your story. See you next time.
Bye, everyone.